Thank you so much, Dr. Usher. I was so excited yesterday during move-in, and as she said, I'm very grateful to the moving crew and all the student volunteers. It was absolutely a great day. And in case you weren't excited enough, if Dr. Nickens and the Green Machine didn't wake you up today, I don't know what would. That was really an incredible reception. So let me add my welcome to all of you to George Mason University. Thank you, Dean Takayama Perez, for presenting to us the largest, the strongest, the most diverse class we've ever had at George Mason University. This is a pretty big deal. We are here to start an incredible journey for all of you. And it's a journey you may not be able to tell day by day, but I'll tell you, when you visit with your families, they will see you change. You will grow in so many different ways. You're going to grow intellectually. That's what we call one of our objectives, is to make sure you grow as a well-rounded scholar. You're going to grow as a citizen, ready to engage in things that happen around you and ready to make a difference. You're also going to grow professionally and be ready to get the right job and start the right career for you. All those things are very, very important. And you're going to do all those things because we have a pretty amazing faculty and a pretty amazing staff that is fully committed and dedicated to allowing you to go through that journey. It's what we call Mason Impact. We try to have an experience and environment that allows you to grow. And our method is peculiar. You could have chosen other schools. There are other ideas of higher education out there. Some universities prefer to recruit people who are more similar along some dimension, whether it's their faith or their wealth or their aspirations or the view of the world. Some other universities are smaller, or they happen to be in more pastoral, rural places. You chose Mason, and that's a very specific kind of place. So what does that mean? What makes us different? Well, first of all, we're relatively large, in case you haven't noticed yet. And that has some very direct benefits to you, because the fact that we're large, it makes it more likely that you will find what you need here, that you will find different groups of students that share interests with you, that you will find the right faculty talent that can guide you in the areas that you want, that you will find the activities that will enrich your time here. We also happen to be in a pretty amazing location, the National Capital Region. Some of you grew up here. Some of you are new to this region. This is a pretty remarkable place, and I encourage you to take full advantage of it, to get on the metro, to go downtown, to take full advantage of the cultural resources, of the business relationships, of the intellectual activities that happen every day in this region. We also happen to be a research university. In fact, we're now a top research university, a tier 1 research university. And that also makes it a peculiar choice. It means that you are going to be working side by side, and you're going to be learning from faculty members who are in the cutting edge of their fields. And many of you are not only going to be learning from them, you may even join their labs and their research groups, and you're going to be learning not just the academic field, but how those academic fields progress and advance. But there's something else about this place that makes it very unique. And it is that we are immensely diverse. As a matter of fact, we're one of the most diverse universities that you could have chosen. And that makes Mason, because of that, one of the richest learning environments that you can embed yourself in. Now, here's how the magic of diversity works. It makes it an incredibly rich learning environment because it allows you to face, to be confronted with, to be exposed to ideas that may have never crossed your mind, or even ideas that you strongly disagree with. You will listen and be exposed to different perceptions of the world we live in. And that's when learning happens. Now, it is totally okay that we are naturally drawn toward people who are more like us. And all of you will very soon find communities within Mason that share something with you that is precious and important to you, and you will be able to share that. But that should not preclude you from also reaching out to people who are very different from you. That is the incredible opportunity that you will have here. As a matter of fact, the most important learning lessons that you will come across while you're here at Mason will come precisely from people who are very different from you. Diversity, as we like to say at Mason, is our strength. But here's the difficult part. Diversity is a strength if and only if we, and we means all of us together, create an environment of freedom and mutual respect. An environment where everybody can be who they are, can express their views without fear. Thank you. You will notice, if you haven't yet, that our seal, George Mason University seal, has a motto that says freedom and learning. And those are very carefully chosen words because they are interrelated. Without one, you cannot fully achieve the other. Without learning, without intellectual growth, I doubt you can consider yourself truly free. Without freedom to be who you are, there can be no learning. And learning, by the way, isn't easy. It's tough. It's like preparing or training in a sport. Learning can be bumpy, can be uncomfortable, at times can be exhausting. But it is fascinating. My request to you as you enter this incredible journey that is ahead of you, that you reach out to people you think may be different from you, that you make a point to go and sit with someone for lunch and ask questions, that you engage with them, that you converse, that you dialogue, that you debate, that you challenge one another. Learning, after all, is not for the faint of heart. I request that you listen to one another, that you suspend your disbelief in conversation, that you consider whether the opinions that you hear from someone else should maybe afford some reconsideration of your own beliefs and assumptions. I request that you be respectful with everybody. If we all do that, that's when the magic happens. And that's when the immense diversity of this community becomes an unbelievable learning environment. Not everybody agrees with us, by the way. And unless you've been hiding very well, you have witnessed events not far from here in the last few weeks. And I'm referring, of course, to the terrible demonstrations of hatred and bigotry in Charlottesville, Virginia, on the campus of our sister institution, I should say our mother institution, because George Mason started off as a branch of the University of Virginia. I don't think those people who espouse those views choose universities to express those views by accident. They choose universities because we represent that what they deeply disagree with. They don't think that everybody should be allowed to be here or to express their views. They think the world only has room for one way of thinking. Let's show them that there is another way, a better way. And that's what we're committed to doing. Very soon, by the way, you will see on this campus, you're going to have amazing opportunities to get to hear and to be exposed to amazing speakers and thought leaders. Some of them in your classroom, they may be guests of your faculty, or they may be guests of student clubs. Some of them are going to change your life. Some of them are people that you've been dreaming of meeting and listening to one day. Some of them are going to piss you off. I guarantee it. That's also part of the journey. We don't like to disinvite speakers. We like all voices to be heard here. If you disagree with a speaker, if you don't like what they stand for, fight speech with speech. And very importantly, reject any form of violence, of hatred, of discrimination, of intimidation. It has absolutely no room in a place like our university. One particular form of violence that is unfortunately still prevalent in campuses across the country is sexual violence. Now here's the thing, the absolutely vast majority of you not only would never engage in sexual violence, it wouldn't even cross your mind to engage in sexual violence. But unfortunately, in every college there is a small group that will. So I am asking that you be part of the solution, that you engage in making sure that no one on this campus is subject to any form of violence, including and very especially sexual violence. And that means that you be alert, that you speak up, that you take care of one another, that you do not allow anyone else to get hurt. And I count on everybody in this room to be part of that solution. I have a couple of last requests. One is that you have fun. In case you haven't noticed, your time at George Mason is going to be a blast. You're going to work very hard. By the way, if you don't think we're making you work hard enough, let us know, because we can fix that. But you will have a lot of fun, and that's a big part of growing up on a campus too. I request that you take care of your bodies, that you try to have healthy lives, that you sleep well, that you don't do stupid things, that you don't do drugs, that you're safe with what you do, that you exercise. This is a time to start developing habits that will carry on with you for the rest of your life. Not just intellectual habits, but also physical habits, that you work on your well-being, one of our goals as a university. You can have fun and you can take care of your bodies. My last request for you. On your cell phones, there is an app which some of you don't even know it exists. I know that because most of you were born at the end of the 19th century. I have lived with people like you in my home. And as much as crazy as all of you are with technology, I still cannot believe why you've somehow not seen that app. On the iPhone, I think on the Android too, it's a green app. And it looks like an old telephone handset. That app does wonders. If you press it, and if you dial the number of your home, you may be able to speak to your parents occasionally. They will love to hear from you. It's not that difficult. So sometime this weekend, I ask you to try it. Your parents will love it, and they will be very, very proud of you. They are going to be out there trying to imagine what your life is like, and it will be very easy for you to share that with them. I cannot tell you how, not just I, but my colleagues in the administration, the faculty, how excited we are to start this journey with you. We love this. This is why we've dedicated our lives to higher ed. We are totally committed to that experience. Welcome to George Mason University.